Alex, how you doing, mate? Welcome
You
to
good,
the
mate?
call. So, mate, if you can just introduce yourself and tell the viewers a little bit about who you are, what you do, where you're located.
My name's Alex. I have a company called Green Focus Contracting based on
Mhm.
the Sunshine Coast. We've been on this coast for around 12 years, I suppose. And obviously doing air conditioning and getting leads from your system.
Yeah, so you just do resi, so you pretty much do ducteds or splitties. What do you do?
At the moment, we're just doing split systems.
Hmm.
So we're just focusing on that. Once the summer sort of dies down, then we'll switch over and start getting the ducted as well. But yeah,
Yeah,
just split systems at the moment.
yeah, and at the moment you're basically just one man, one van.
Yeah, with the aircon side of things, I've jumped back on the tools for summer. So me and an offsider.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful. So, what actually made you like click on our ad or inquire with us?
I'd actually, to be honest, I can't actually remember. You see, once you start sort of, looking into it, then ads pop up here and there. To be honest, if I
Mm,
think about, because I've used agencies before, not necessarily for air conditioning, but other businesses and other types of electrical in my own business.
yeah,
I think it was probably the fact that Mackenzie is an aircon guy, has
yeah,
had his business before, or
yeah.
still. So it's probably to do with that, and then the meeting I had with him, same deal. I was just felt like I was on the same level as him, not talking to a marketing, guru who it was just, it was more like just talking to somebody who's more like me.
Yeah, gotcha. So when you actually, you said we worked with agencies before, when you actually engaged us, like working with us, what was your ideal outcome? Like what were you actually trying to get out of this whole process?
Just generate good quality leads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is a lead?
A lead is, well, a lead is anything that someone gives you permission to call them and talk to them about it. So if
Which
they give
ideally
you a
turns into
number
a
and an
client.
email number, then that is a lead.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So getting leads, a lead is anyone who gives you permission to contact them. Why can't you just do that on your own? Why can't you get them on your own?
So I was running my own meta ads,
Yeah.
um, and was doing okay with it. Wasn't terrible. It just was like kind of got to a point where I needed a bit more than what I was getting. And I was probably sort of stuck in a point of, well, okay, I've kind of don't really know where to go from this. So
Yeah.
I just needed someone to be like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to implement this. Here's your ads.
Mm.
Because I was creating my own creatives. I was using like outsourcing to Fiverr and things like that to get, but yeah. And so when I did engage you guys. So one thing that like stands out from any other agency is none of this 3 weeks crap to get it set up.
Mm.
It was set up within oh, half a day. The ads were running. It's just bang straight away we go.
Mm.
Um, and and I was probably getting when I was doing my own, I was probably getting maybe 3 or 4 leads coming a day. First day we turned it on, or Mackenzie turned it on, 12 leads in the first day.
Yeah, wow.
They just kept coming in like boom, boom, boom. So
And
yeah.
then do you remember like how much did you make in your first week, first 7 days?
Oh, I can't exactly remember, but I think it was,
Because
I mean, basically, let's put it this way. We were doing, so this is the end of November last year. Um, yeah, we're doing about 25 installs a week, 20, probably 20 a week on average. Some of those were referrals and things like that, but yeah, a lot of them, well, obviously a lot of them was come from this, and then this is the only form of marketing that I do for it.
yeah,
Yeah,
because I got a screenshot from your account that
yeah,
I don't know how accurately, like I don't know if you're moving across everyone, but it
yeah,
said you did 50K worth of jobs in your first 7 days.
yeah. It would have been probably not jobs, probably sales, but it would have been sales.
Total sales, yeah.
Yeah, sales. I would
Yeah.
say. Yeah, yeah.
And then what has that ended up like? It's been about over a month, or what do you think in the month you made?
Yeah, so we've done, if I'm looking at it now, we've got about, what are we at? We're at 100 grand jobs completed.
Hmm.
And we've got another 20 grand of jobs booked. So yeah, that's probably over a probably 6 to 7 weeks period.
Hmm.
Yeah, because we had a couple
Yeah.
of weeks off over Christmas, and yeah.
Yeah. So how much are you spending like on ads to get that back?
I do change a little bit here and there depending on what the volume's like. Like I'll just change it myself, but generally $100 a day, so 700 a week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To make that much money in a month.
yeah, 700 a week to for yeah,
Yeah.
turnover of 25 to 30 grand a week. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
pretty
pretty
much a no-brainer, isn't it? Because
return.
a lot of guys say to me like, oh, like they think it's cash flow issues in their business. One of the biggest reasons that people, they jump on a call with me, they don't end up committing
Mm.
or jumping on board with us is because they think, oh, I just don't like they're committing to a 3-month contract. They don't have the cash flow to afford. They think they can't afford it. So
It's
what?
fuck the fee that you guys charge is fuck all compared to the revenue that you get for it. I mean, you're talking air conditioning, you're talking big ticket jobs, so you're not talking spending $100 a day to try and get leads to put in a PowerPoint or a ceiling fan. Your average sale is going to be 2 to 2.5 grand. You know,
Mm,
and even if you're like, as I said, I spend $100 a day, but like I'm keen, I want more and more leads, but a lot of guys probably, $50 a day or something like that. It's yeah, not I wouldn't say it's a huge outlay or risk for the
yeah, because like,
return.
what would you say to the guys that are like, oh fuck, like, because they're thinking in their mind, well, I'm putting out a couple grand on the our fees and then the ad spend. They're
Mm.
thinking, oh, like, how long is it going to be till I make that back? In your perspective, like, how quickly do you start to make it back?
You'd make it back in the first week. Yeah. I know,
So
well,
it seems kind of stupid. Well, what in your perspective then? Like, what do you think about just turning your ads off and just not running ads? What would that do to your business?
no, I wouldn't do that. No, I'm not.
What about if I told you we're banning you from ads for a month? What would you say to me?
I'd kick you out of Meta, and then I'd take all your creative and just keep running them.
But you can do that though, right? You could take all the creatives, you could take everything we're doing. Why don't you just do that?
Because as I said, I got back on the tools through summer for air conditioning because
Mm,
it was a new part of Green Focus that I was building, and none of my other guys in the other side of the business know aircon, so I had to do it. Um, and I was just being on the tools and stuff, it was just something that I could just be like, that's out of the way. I don't have to worry about it. The CRM and the AI bot is just amazing because it takes out, like, if you're getting, like, let's say you want to do 4 installs a day, um,
mm,
say an average of, say, 2 jobs per sale.
yeah,
That's 2 sales a day, and if you're converting it, 30%, so that's, say, 8 leads a day that are coming in. Multiply that by seven. All those leads, you've got to be trying to call, follow up, get all the information, which is, if you're on the tools, then, it's not going to run smoothly like that.
yeah,
So the bot just takes all that away. It qualifies them, it gets all the information, and it gets rid of all the tire kickers. You can see, when it's asking questions and not getting back to it. So that's saving you time just following up on a shit lead that
yeah,
someone's filled out a form, but then you can't get a hold of them or whatever like that. So
yeah. Gotcha.
yeah, it'll just book that appointment in. You get your message 10 minutes before the appointment. Jump on the call. Usually the bot's already got the information out of it, the address, some photos, maybe floor plans if they've got that, what they're wanting, bedroom, lounge rooms, whatever. And so then you can just talk to them over the phone.
It's just a layup at that point.
Yep, give them the price, and then I'll send them, I send them a quote after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned CRM. Like, what's a CRM?
That's where all your leads will come into one platform, and then you can move them through different stages. So when it comes in, it'll be a new lead, and then if it's well on it's got replied to bot, but it hasn't booked yet. So that would be something that you might jump on a call
Hmm.
because it's talked to the bot, but it hasn't booked an appointment. So then you jump in and just try and just cold call them. But yeah, anyway, the CRM, it'll jump through the different stages. It'll book a call. And once a call's booked, then you've spoken to them. You can move that customer over to if it requires a site inspection,
Hmm.
or if you're preparing the quote, so you're preparing it. Once you've sent it, move it over to the next stage, and then same deal, job booked,
Yeah.
job complete.
So there's you mentioned the word stages. What are the stages are basically just organizing where your leads are at in their
Organizing,
sales
yeah,
journey.
yeah, organizing where, yeah, exactly, from start to finish,
Hmm.
from lead coming in
Yeah.
all the way to job completed or job lost, moved out to
Yeah.
you know.
So if you had a sales, like let's just say you had an office lady or a salesperson, would
Mm.
they just be able to come in and kind of figure things out and handle your leads, or would it be confusing for them?
No, they should be able to. Someone should be able to just come in and look at it and know exactly what's going on. They should be able to know, all right, who's a bunch of leads that need following up. No one's spoken to them yet. You can move it into how many times you've called them.
Hmm.
Um, and then, yeah,
Yeah.
if
So
site inspections are required.
you mentioned before, Alex, like you signed on with Ken's, he got you set up in half a day. Run
Mhm.
me through that process. Like you paid, you committed, you're like, fuck, I'm putting my money on the line here, going to do this. What happened from there?
Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, he'll send you the contract, sign that online, make your payment, and then you've got to give him access to your Meta. So if you haven't done that, if you haven't run ads before, you'll need to set up your Meta business account, which is
Yeah.
straightforward. Just do it from your personal Facebook account, and then give him access to it, which he'll walk you through, or you guys will walk through how to do that.
Hmm.
Or you can just jump on a share screen thing and you guys can do it. It's yeah, simple as.
Yeah. And then what happens? And then how long till your ads are live?
Oh, within a couple of hours, pretty much. Yeah,
And
done.
then how long till you see leads, do you think?
Mate, I saw them within like an hour.
So you're basically making money straight away. But what happens if you don't get any leads?
Uh, well, I've never had that, but I suppose I'll ring you up and go, what the fuck's going on?
So that doesn't happen.
No, it hasn't happened to me. Yeah, it's all been, yeah, it's been very
So you've
simple.
never even had one day or a Sunday or something where you've just never even had leads.
No, they're just, I mean, as you don't really, as I said, you don't have to focus on it too much because the bot's doing it for you. You just check and make sure that
Everything's
when you've
smooth.
got appointments and you just gotta you kind of get a bit complacent because the bot's doing it and you're like, oh, I don't have to worry about it. Then you're like, oh crap, I've still got to check the ones that
Yeah.
aren't talking to the bot. But yeah, no, in terms of leads coming through, plenty of leads.
Yeah. So you got leads all the time. What happens if you don't get any jobs? I think some people are skeptical of like, fuck, I might not win any jobs from this. What happens if you don't win any jobs?
I was probably looking at your own systems if you're not winning any jobs because the leads that are coming through there, they are pre-qualified. They've booked a call with you and you're talking to them on the phone. So
Mm,
they obviously have got that trust
yeah.
that you're legit. They've given you all their details, address, mobile, email. They've, often sent photos of their house and things like that. So if you're not getting any sales from it, you probably need to look at your own systems and pricing or how you're going about it. Like, one of the things with sales is getting onto a lead straight away, the
Mm,
percentage of of conversions when you're doing that is um, is so much higher. I don't know the stats exactly, but that's where the bot comes out. As soon as it comes in, it's getting onto it. So um,
Yeah.
and then
So the
it
bot messages them straight away. So is this system like you've obviously added a lot of revenue to the business, and it's, as you sort of mentioned before, you'd never turn it off. But has it made you've got more work? Like sometimes people associate more work with more problems. Has this system made your life more stressful or less stressful, would you say?
100% less
Yeah, why is that?
because of the bot.
What else would you say would besides the bot? Like if the bot wasn't there, what else do you think would make it less
Oh,
stressful?
obviously the CRM is being all organized.
Mm,
If you don't have, like, if you're running all your leads off Google Sheets or not even that, you're just not going to capitalize on the leads that are coming through.
yeah.
You can't. Like when you're talking 60 to 100 leads a week when it's busy, you don't know who you're talking to. You don't remember who you're talking to.
Mm,
That's the other thing about the CRM is everything for those customers or potential customers is in a thread when you're calling them. It's recorded, which is great when you're on the tools because you have that appointment, you call them, you talk to it, you can just hang up and okay, they say they want whatever. Move that over to preparing quote. When you get back to the office, back on your computer, you just hit it and you listen to the conversation. Wow, okay, that's right. He wanted this. He said this. So you've got all that information there. Every single call's
yeah.
recorded, which that part's great as well. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. So for you, like, are you quite tech savvy? Like, do you feel like you need to be quite switched on to use it or?
No, I'm pretty tech savvy, but I don't. You don't need to be. If you can flick through Facebook and send people messages, then you're good.
Yeah. So like, how long do you reckon it took you to learn the whole system?
With the CRM and that. I only
Yeah.
probably just a day or two to get, yeah, a few days just to get used to it. It's like anything, like anything you're using, um, just to navigate around it. I mean, there's so much more that you can do with it, but just the basics of it,
Yeah.
it's not that complicated, no.
Yeah, okay. And what about like communication is what I hear from a lot of people. We got a lot of people that leave from, you mentioned you've worked with other agencies before. A lot of the complaints I hear from people that come from other agencies and join with us is that the rep or the person they're working with like takes forever to reply, or they're working with someone overseas, like a
Mm.
VA in the Philippines or something. What
Yeah.
would you say about the level of service or communication that you get with working with Kens?
Yeah, no, great. Yeah. I flick a message or call me. Um, yeah, there's been no problem at all.
Yeah, and if you
Response.
do have a problem, like what happens?
He'll get onto it. Yeah. Yeah.
So everything's
I
pretty
haven't.
seamless.
Yeah, no, I've got no complaints whatsoever. So, I mean, yeah, spring
So
new
what
job.
about this? Like, have you run Google Ads in the past?
I have run Google Ads, yeah.
So how would you compare this to Meta Ads to Google Ads? Like, what do you think's the difference?
I don't know. Like I have run Google Ads before. Not for air conditioning, for other things, and at the same time as running Facebook ads, and just I didn't get the result with Google Ads.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like when if you would think that the Google Ads would sort of be better because people are looking for that service,
Mm,
whereas with social ads, it's coming up and they're like, oh, okay, let's look at this. They're not searching for,
mm.
but yeah, I've always found Facebook ads or social ads are better than yeah, much better response than Google.
Yeah. So what would you say to an aircon business owner right now that's not running Facebook ads?
I'd say run them.
Yeah. And what would you say to an aircon business owner that is running them, but they're doing it themselves?
Look, from what I was, I don't know, what the difference was from what you guys are running compared to what I was running, but yeah, as I said, I was sort of getting three or four. Like when I changed over to you guys, our sales, our sales would have gone up. probably about 50%, 50, 60%
Yeah, wow.
in
And
terms of leads. Yeah.
what would you say to business owners, like you've worked with agencies before, what would you say to business owners that are running ads, they're working with another Facebook ads agency
Mm.
about working with us instead of that other agency?
Um, yeah, well, as I said, from my experience dealing with you guys and Mackenzie, just I feel he's more comfortable talking,
Mm.
and you're on the same page, especially Mackenzie with aircon knowledge, experience, um, not sort of talking to a team of people who have whatever been to uni and stuff and but don't actually know the industry or you know yeah that's
Yeah. And final question, what happens to your business if, like, what do you think is going to happen to your business in the next 6 months to a year if you just keep on doing what you're doing, working with Ken's?
no so yeah I want to scale our aircon side up to 8 techs in the
Hmm.
next sort of 12-18 months.
Yeah. And so if, for you is like, obviously you said you wouldn't turn the Facebook ads off, but what's the plan? Is it what, spend more on ads? Like what's the plan to get
Yeah,
that?
just increase ad spend.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
how do you feel comfortable to do that? Like, how do you feel comfortable to just because the money's fucking coming out of your bank account every day from
Mm.
the ad spend, how do you have the confidence to just go, yeah, I'll keep on increasing it?
Well, if something's working and you want to do more, well, you've got to do more of whatever's bringing that in.
Yeah.
You can't expect to go, okay, we're doing 25 splits a week now. We want to do 50. You've got to change something.
Yeah.
You've
Does
either-
our system, the way that everything's tracked, you mentioned you got pipeline stages and you got the amount of people in each stage and the dollar
Mm,
value of each stage. Does that
mm.
system help you actually feel like you're more confident about where the money's at and your pipeline and sales pipeline?
Yeah. Well, I think, yeah, because I keep the CRM you guys provide solely for your leads.
Hmm.
So, if I'm looking at Zero or Simpro and getting reports from that, well, that's give me a figure, but I can keep an eye on the CRM. And as you say, it shows all your figures there. So it is very easy to, I know that, whatever value is in here, um, has come from whatever the ad spend is. And it's easy to look at. You can just go, well, all right, we've got this many jobs completed, this many jobs booked. So our total sales is X amount. You can then go jump into your Meta business page and look at your ad spend and say, okay, well, this is over the last, month. What's our ad spend?
Mm.
Our ad spend's, 2 grand. We've turned over 80 grand.
Yeah. So all the you got clarity on everything basically,
Yeah, yeah.
and
And
you got
if you
clarity on
know,
how much.
especially if you know your margins, okay, well, our margins are 30%. So there's 100 grand there, 30%. So there's 30 grand. And we've spent, you know, two, three, whatever it is, 3 grand.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
simple.
So we want to work with aircon business owners that are like yourself, that are
Mm,
passionate to grow their business. They identify that they need to spend money to make money, and they want
yeah.
to have a system that's actually going to work and get them results, but also work with people that are easy to get along with and get back to you quickly, solve problems quickly.
Mm.
What would you say? Like, we've enjoyed working with you, Alex. You're getting really good results. What would you say are the traits that you possess that make you get such good results? Like, what are you doing that's different to other aircon business owners, would you say?
Um, I'm I'm not too sure. I mean, I'm not a salesman. I'm a tradie,
Yeah.
and I approach all my sales as coming from a tradesman. And a
Mm.
lot of people, like that you're a tradesman, you're going to be the installer and things like that. Um, yeah, I mean, I couldn't actually tell you really, to be honest. I just be honest and yeah,
Yeah.
just don't bullshit people.
Yeah. So from my perspective and from Ken's perspective, I think one of the biggest takeaways that we notice is that you're using the system. Like you haven't paid for the system just to neglect it and go, oh fuck,
Yeah.
I'm not going to log into the CRM. I'm not going to call leads. You're actively in there.
Mm.
How you said you're pretty much one man, one van. You're
Mm.
obviously ring the people, going on the job, installing it. Like you're obviously fucking super busy.
Mm.
How are you managing it? Are you like allocating time per day, or like how do you actually keep on top of it all?
Um, yeah, so well, as it's just well, to be honest, it's using the CRM and your advantage to to track where you're at and your quotes and things. So as I say, like through the day while you're installing, you're going to have appointments, phone calls, which they'll take 5 to 10 minutes. So that's easy. It's
Hmm.
not a great deal. Just go off in the van, take that phone call, and then just moving it over to in those stages. So when you finish installing, jump on your computer. You can then just spend 45 minutes going, all right, this is who I spoke to today. It's all there. These are the quotes I've got to get out. Um,
Yeah,
and then you can just punch them out. So
yeah,
you don't need to remember anything.
yeah. So you're not like slamming Red Bulls, pumping Adderall up all night like a madman, calling people.
No.
You're doing a pretty regular schedule.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
come home 45 to an hour on my computer. I mean, I get up early. I naturally get up early. I always had. But yeah. And then, but yeah.
You said you're calling them sometimes when you're at site. Like, what happens there? Do you have to like get your laptop out and then get your phone and type in the number, and how does that work?
No, you're just calling them through the app.
Yeah.
So you just call them straight from the app. So you'll have a mobile number. It won't be your number. It's a designated number that the customers call and that the bot or if you message from the platform it goes through.
Mhm.
So and then yeah, you just basically go into the app and just call the customer straight from the app.
Yeah. So customers, even if a customer tries to call you back like after hours or something, it's not going to your personal phone.
No, it's going through the app. It'll ring
Yeah.
on your phone, on your personal phone, but they haven't called your number. They actually don't need to ever have your number because you can communicate them all through the mobile number that's connected to your platform.
Yeah, perfect. Well, mate, I appreciate all your insights, and it's good to see that you're crushing it with the system and crushing it in your business. I'm keen to help you get towards your goals of growing a business and really cranking up the team size and revenue. Thanks for your time today. I think it's going to help a couple of people that are potentially in the same position as you make the right decision to grow their business. Do you have any parting words for anyone?
No, all I can say is if you're gonna a lot of you'll be sitting on the fence and that's completely understandable because there's so much marketing out there, digital marketing that'll pop up on Facebook. Um, but you don't, yeah, I wouldn't hesitate with the regas. I would give them a crack.
Perfect, mate. Appreciate it.